long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Another one of Kamran's contacts at Disney came forward with this little bit of information that I found to be very, very intriguing. Apparently, Bob Iger and Disney put out a directive to the rank and file employees that no longer would politics and social justice, I'm going to say, and issues like that be pushed by Disney. Of course, the insider is Bluebird, and Bluebird always has interesting observations as far as like what is going on inside Disney as a company, and it's very interesting to me that he came forward and said this, and this was after the SEC filing their earnings report, where Disney basically admitted they had missed the stride with what the fans wanted. Okay, that's a BFD. Okay, it's just a very, very big deal, and now they're going to the people in the company saying we're not going to do that anymore. Now, are we going to see less, validation of the LGBTQ community? I think so. I think it's going to go on the back burner now, because really, that, and of course, racially replacing white characters, blackwashing characters like Ariel, Little Mermaid, brownwashing Snow White, and the shows basically being lightning poles of activism and basically hate speech on the part of the young actress, at least for the Snow White, on the part of Rachel Ziegler, attacking the original show. I'm going to give you some background, though. There's a contingent of the planet that feels strongly that Walt Disney was an anti-Semite. I don't think he was. That he was a misogynist. Well, considering this was 80 years ago, and they have a quote of him saying, "Women don't do animation. They're not in the animation. They don't touch it. They're not in the creative area of the of what we do here at Walt Disney Animation." Now, was he being a misogynist when he said that? Or was there, in fact, not a single chick painting stills for Mickey Mouse? Okay, these are jobs women didn't do then, all right? And him saying this does not necessarily make him a misogynist, considering he had daughters, okay? It's just women didn't do those jobs, okay? And that was fine then. No one was bothered by it. But the fact of the matter is that there are people, even at Disney, who have attacked Walt Disney. Inside the Magic has a black female writer attacking Disney for being a racist, etc., when Walt himself gave black actors their first real chance to be in front of a camera, which you're kind of looking at people saying, what are you talking about? But this is the problem. Okay, this is rewriting history. This is revisionism. Now let's go back to what Iger is doing here. He's basically telling the LaToya Ravenos of the world and the Kari Burks of the world that no longer are your bugaboos and bete noirs and whatever else you've got, issues you have with your lifestyle, going to be shoved down the throats of the audience. They don't want it anymore. We're going to make things people want to see. And sadly, because they've gone so far into the woke shit, Rachel Ziegler, etc., her obnoxious mouth, that a very good show called Wish is underperforming because people don't trust Disney anymore because of the shit that went on before. Okay, but what else is going on?
For 10 long weeks, the Star Wars company labored on the suburban London sound stages, bringing to life a film that had begun as an idea with George Lucas 3 years before.
Well, we're waiting.
With Nelson Peltz renewing his proxy fight for seats on the board of Disney, it appears that Bob Iger is doing two things. He is trying to get rid of the woke, putting out new directives, telling the rank and file that they're not going to do that anymore, and making it official in an SEC document that they had to file. And he's also having the board review their bylaws about Disney Board of Directors elections, probably to try to keep Peltz off the board. He knows perfectly well if Peltz joins the board of directors that Bob Iger might not be the CEO of Disney. In fact, I could see Nelson Peltz assuming that role. I could see him finding a pet to assume that role. What you're looking at is a fight for Bob Iger's survival. And again, his actions with the directive about getting rid of the woke shit is a direct result that his survival is being threatened by these activist investors who are now very confident about trying to get a seat on the board. And really, you can't blame them for wanting to get a seat on the board because, look, Disney, maybe with new leadership, maybe with new people there, would be trusted again. Okay, that's the thing that I think people need to remember. Now, is Peltz aware of the fact that Iger decided not to renegotiate Kennedy's contract in 2018? Now, they're not renewing her contract at all. So, if she's done by the end of this month or next October, she's gone no matter what. What they're trying to do is to get her to retire, to leave on her own. And, she was at a Stevie Nicks concert with her husband the other night. But Peltz is likely aware of this boondoggle caused by Bob Iger not wanting to basically say, we need to renegotiate your contract, Kathy. He basically declawed himself with her. And when you've got people like Kennedy there, and Feige has lost his luster, and others, the audience doesn't trust you. Okay. Nelson Peltz understands personnel is policy. Okay. So you get that you have to be an administrator in order to make your company work. And if you've got Wokey McWokerton, misandristic bitch, as a president of one of your studios, and you can't fire her, and the fans hate her guts, you're fucking screwed. You could have the next great Star Wars movie coming up, flawless script, great cast, and nobody will go see it. Why? Because they don't trust you, because they don't trust her. Because all they see is Rey the bestest ever. Okay, and I want to say one more thing. Apparently Matt McGloin at Cosmicbook.com attacked Kamran over the Acolyte. Now, I don't expect Matt McGloin to understand legal documents. I'm sure that he's been subdued by the black pill blobs with their little cabal of clickbait and bullshit. But I have the legal documents. There is no Acolyte. They don't know what they have. Okay? No one knows what they have. Lucasfilm doesn't know what they have with it. Okay? About the Rey movie. A few days ago, Daisy Ridley basically said there is no script. Now, maybe Stephen Knight can magical a script out of his ass, but I don't think so. Okay? So, Matthew, you might want to back off your insistence and your garbage attacks on people. I know you got to make money. Maybe you should get a real job. You know, go work with the public somewhere. I don't know. But I'm getting kind of fed up with this bullshit. It doesn't take a power brain to understand, after looking at all of the Acolyte documents, that there is no fucking Acolyte. And if you can't read the subtext of what Daisy said, go back to remedial reading. This is Steph signing out. I'll see you around the galaxy.